Well, tonight, Broward County Sheriff Gregory Tony is pushing back against claims he has not done enough to protect his employees.
Sheriff Tony held a news conference this morning, and he did not hold back. CBS 4's Ted Scouten is in Fort Lauderdale, and he begins our team coverage tonight.
We will spend every dime of this agency to protect this community and the men and women on the front line. We will not come up short and penny pinch during a time of crisis.
Broward Sheriff Gregory Tony defending BSO's preparedness for the COVID-19 pandemic. He's lashing out at Union President Jeff Bell. Bell wrote an op-ed Monday alleging BSO is not providing the proper PPE or personal protective equipment to their front line. This comes just days after BSO Deputy Shannon Bennett died of coronavirus.
We've been fighting for this all the way since the beginning of March, and it's a continued battle with the sheriff to get the proper equipment gear out there.
For any rogue employee to come off and present these comments that we have failed this community and failed the men and women that we are leading, it's despicable.
The sheriff said the agency has already spent more than $1.3 million on equipment and has put out more than 25,000 N95 masks, nearly 45,000 surgical masks, and 4,100 bottles of hand sanitizer.
The surgical masks don't do any good for any first responder. They're not the quality enough to protect them against the COVID-19. The 25,000 masks, I'd love to know where he's been handing those out, because I constantly get text messages and emails from the deputies out on the street saying they're short on supplies.
So far, 547 BSO employees have been impacted by COVID-19, according to the sheriff. That includes 300 who are being monitored, 36 who have tested positive, along with 210 employees who have returned to duty, and one deputy who died. Deputy Bennett's family stood with Sheriff Tony.
This has been an insult to their family. For us to be standing here and for letters to go out with all this false information, it hurts them.
What angers the deputies is if we know that there's not enough equipment and we've been asking for this equipment and the sheriff is going out in the public saying a completely different story, that's what is upsetting to the deputies.
The union president said there are now 3 unions considering a no-confidence vote against the sheriff. Meanwhile, the family of Deputy Bennett thanked everyone for their prayers and their kindness. They said at this point they're going to have a private service, but said when things are safe, they'll have a public ceremony with BSO family and friends. At BSO headquarters, Ted Scouten, CBS 4 News.